Hi, hi, it's Quilting Nerd, and I am preparing for you footage for my next book, my next exercise booklet. So this time I am concentrating on overall patterns, and for that I simply took a bigger piece of fabric. It's like 1 yard large, and I divided into about 9-inch squares plus minus, and in each of those squares I will quilt different pattern. And the booklet is supposed to help you from the very beginning. That means I will be repeating here also patterns that I already have quilted in other videos, but they are scattered all over in my playlist. And this one I want to have, I want you to use it directly as illustration for the booklet I am currently working on. So, and of course videos will be available on YouTube as an illustration for everybody, and the booklets will be available at the suitable time in my on my Etsy shop. I hope to be ready with the booklet the same time I'm ready with this project, so it will be released at the same time, which also will make practicing on your side a little bit easier, because you will have the booklet with the practicing space for your drawings and the video illustration at the same time. So that's the introduction. And the pattern number 1 is one of my favorite beginner patterns, which means the back and forth lines. So I am already started, so I already have my needle down, the threads are secure, and I can start. So back and forth lines are the basic. For me, that's like the perfect pattern to start quilting, because you can practice holding the course, so to say, so your lines are straight, and you can practice the spacing, and you can use to your best advantage the space available for the movement. So right now I have it a little bit more like a rectangle than a square, but it doesn't matter. That's the beauty of this pattern. So now I quilted several lines up and down, and now I will switch to left and right with the gentle curves at the end, just to turn around. And I'm trying to space those lines in a way that they are matching the ones I already quilted before. And you can control, of course, the spacing of those lines the way you like it. You can adjust it, for example, to 2-inch size squares if you have some scrap quilt, or to even bigger squares, whatever you like. You can make it more dense. You can make it more relaxed. And now you can see I turned at the end. I want to finish here, so I spaced my lines in a way that I am ending down here in this corner, and now I can reverse my direction and complete the second row. Now we are just doing the checkboard. So the lines that were going up and down now are side to side, and and the other way around. So now I ended up, so I covered the width of the previously quilted structure, but now I am down here. So it's not a problem, I just have to pay attention that I'm ending here when I'm going out. Or I would have to turn very skinny, so I have to judge a little bit how I'm going. And now I'm up again, so. In this case, I will just go one more up. And it also looks good, so both options are valid. Here, I simply want to end up here. This is the most important thing, because now again I will go up and down. And like that, I will complete the available space. So now this is interesting because here I ended up not up only, I started from downside, but I can just turn it around here and again I'm perfectly fine. So we want to have a continuous movement, and this pattern is very nice because it creates this very nice regular pattern. So we are using or creating kind of a square grid pattern. That's why I'm saying that this is great overall design to use when you have tons of squares in your quilt, because then the grid is kind of a natural. You do not have to worry about the spacing, it's even by your piecing. And the texture is simply great. Quilting is super easy, and it teaches you the most important basics, which means controlling the movement of the sandwich in different directions, practicing the turns, keeping the spacing consistent, and quilting the straightish or straight lines. Also a little bit of logistics and how to get around in a situation where you want to go around. So for example, this could be hidden in a seam line and you wouldn't see it, and simply you are learning how to navigate your on your sandwich and how to navigate in the space you have available. So now I already divided my available space into two, so I will quilt one row more. And as you will see, all of it is one continuous line. I am not stopping, I always go into one direction. This pattern is, you can can say it's very special kind of organized meander. And we have one row more to fill the space that we have. So it is a little bit longer, but it's not a problem. So now I will have a little bit more dense because I misjudged the distance, because I have a little bit more space than in the previous one. But again, the beauty of this pattern is it's very easy to adjust. And that's why you see that, for example, here I had to make one a little bit wider. And that's why I recommend this pattern to beginners, because here you do not have to concentrate so much on the quilting per se, but you can start exercising your awareness, where you are, how thick or how big is the spacing, where I have to go, how I have to adjust the lines. So I am fitting my pattern in a very good way. So for that, this pattern is really incredible. There is not one single disadvantage of using it, because also at the end it looks great. The texture is simply perfect here. And that would be the pattern number 1.